Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Tonight we're doing the Armed Forces Virtual Racing Challenge, the GT3 Cup, and we're at Le Mans. Yeah, let's have a look. There's only a couple of entries tonight, so I think there's only 9 of us, which is a little bit of a shame and a little bit disappointing. Maybe, just maybe, we might get a few people join late towards the end of qualifying. It's a longer qualifying this time. Can everyone hear me, by the way?
Track's clear. Push, push, push.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. Cool. We've got
my microphone is indeed working. Good. Yeah, so it's a slightly longer session tonight with it being at Le Mans. So obviously because of the length of the track, it's like, I want to say 13 kilometers long, something like that. And lap times are going to be in the region of about 3 minutes 55 or 4 minutes, so somewhere in that region. So obviously because of the extended lap time and the length of the track, we've decided, well, the organisers have decided to double the length of the qualifying session to give everyone a good solid chance to get a decent lap in. Yeah, this is another one of the, based on practice lap times. I'm not really projecting that I'm going to do very well. The guys at the front are doing like 353, 354, 355s, and the best I can manage at the moment is a 356, and that was like the stars aligned, all the planets aligned as well. It felt like a magical lap, and I'm not expecting to repeat it. So yeah, we shall see. I've also made a slight adjustment to the original like Le Mans preset car setup that comes with the car, because I found that in practice the tyre pressures weren't quite getting up to where I'd kind of like them to be, because I mean, as I understand it, might be difficult to sort of discuss and demonstrate this while I'm driving, but you really need to get your tyre pressures right in a racing car, because if the tyre pressures are too low, then that kind of means that if we imagine looking at the tyre, looking at the front of the car, or looking at the car from the front or the back, and then looking at the tyre, the surface that is in contact with the road is going to sort of create this kind of shape if it's not inflated properly. So that, I mean, that's obviously exaggerated. Oh, crikey. So that means there's, a part of the tyre that's supposed to be in contact with the road isn't in contact with the road, so you're not getting the optimum amount of grip, and there's a set sort of tyre pressure range for these cars where the tyres are supposed to get to that pressure to give you that flat surface to give you all the grip that you need, and I think in these cars that is in the region of 1.8 to 1.9 bar, and in practice I was only getting to about 1.74, 1.75. So I've bumped up the starting tyre pressures a little bit to try and encourage the tyres to form that flat surface shape to give me a little bit more grip. The downside is that there's going to be a little bit more tyre warming, tyre heating. It's probably going to reduce the tyre life. It shouldn't be a massive deal, because if the race is only 40 minutes long, I don't think this track is too demanding on tyre life, tyre wear. A lot of these corners are pretty straightforward. I don't really know what the track surface is like. Anyway, I don't think it's going to make a great deal of difference to tyre deg and tyre life, but hopefully it's going to make the difference I need it to on the grip side. We'll see though. Anyway, on to our first qualifying lap. Oh crikey! See, that's the I feel like that's a little bit of danger there, is that I'm not certain that those tyre pressures are doing me a favour, because there's a good chance that with me increasing the tyre pressure, I'm sort of maybe reducing that rolling resistance a little bit, which could prove a little bit treacherous in the traction zones. Easy counter to that could be just to increase the traction control interference, which has a negative effect of reducing the power output, slowing me down a little bit in the traction zones. But that's maybe a trade-off I might have to go down, you know, to get the traction on the exit and still kind of have the benefit of the grip that that flatter contact patch gives me with the raised tyre pressures. But I mean, I'm by no means an expert. I'm just doing this by the seat of my pants at the moment, just trying to see what works and what doesn't. At the end of the day, all we can do is try it, see what happens. I'm not expecting to come away with a podium here. Definitely not expecting. Maybe I'll get top 5, maybe, but I'm not going to expect it. A bit slow through there. I probably could do that one in second, actually. I think what I might do is, because this session is 40 minutes long, that means if I want to do all of the laps that I want to do or run for the entire session, I'm going to have to stop for a refill on fuel. So I'm wondering if during that stop I might take a change of tyres as well, set them back to the original minimum tyre pressures and just see if that makes a difference to my lap times. And then that there could be the, you know, the empirical test, assuming I remain consistent and you know, that could be the go no go on whether or not I stick with these increased tyre pressures for the race.
The leader has just done a 3:55.6.
Yeah, that's that 3:55 that I'm expecting a lot of people to be able to do. That's just mental fast. I don't see myself matching that time, to be honest. And we're starting up for the
You're currently
3:57.
1.9
Okay.
off the pace. 3 laps of fuel remaining. V2, sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Hiya Smokey, how are you doing? Right, so that's my front left tyre reached the pressure that I want it to reach. So the tyre pressure adjustments I've made are working on the front left. Rear left again is just a little bit off the target.
Sector 1 is
and front
0.6
right's
off
getting
the
there
pace.
as well. Maybe we'll see that come up as we go through the next few corners. Yeah, I'm alright, thanks, Smokey. Been pretty busy at work. Spent a lot of time on my feet, and not gonna lie, I've been pretty tired recently, and it's been a lot more effort than it should have been to find the motivation to do this. But no, all good. We're here now, and yeah, getting ready to get stuck into it. There's a little bit of me wondering actually if I should consider bumping up the pressures on the rear tyres just to try and get them over that 1.8 bar line. But I don't really know if I want them to be... No, I don't know. I'm happy as we are at the moment, assuming I don't throw the car down the road. Okay, projected time at the moment is 56.5. 56.4.
That's a new fastest lap for Plaster. 3:55.4 seconds.
Ah, a bit late on the brake there. Okay, on to the next one.
Only 2 laps of fuel left. Sector 3 is 0.26 off the pace. There's an incident in the S's. We think it might be Mark.
Ah, that's going to be a slowdown. No, got away with it. Got away with it. Good, good. Lovely. Yes, right. Rear left tyre's got to the pressure that I want it to get to. That's good. Do I need to bump up the pressures on the rear tyre, on the right rear?
P2. Sector 1 time's okay.
I think I might... Yeah, I might take a fresh set of boots at the next stop. Pump up the pressure a little bit in both the rear tyres. In fact, no, not the left rear. But if we're going to be changing the pressures, let's do a full do a full set of boots, so we're going to get an even. Even spread of heating. And so I don't get caught out by the fact that one tyre is cold and all the rest are warmed up, because that would be awkward. That would be pretty embarrassing, and would probably cause dramas that we don't need.
The car in front has just posted a 3:55.5 seconds.
A bit of understeer through there. That's not ideal.
Fastest lap for Plaster, 3:54.8. That's a new fastest lap for Frost, 3:54.1.
Matt is so quick round here. I've got no idea how he found. I mean, he did a 3:53 through practice, and I've got no idea where he found that time. That's the nonsense I'm having to go up against here. We got another 54 from
P3.
Tommy
This
Plaster.
is the last lap of fuel. That's your best lap in this session.
Absolute insanity. Nah. This is going to be a bit of a duff lap. I might need to bring the pressure on the front left down a little bit, actually. It's getting pretty warm in there. What's the down by 3/300ths of a bar per click? Nah, actually, to be fair, we'll leave it as it is. Yeah, okay. I think we're definitely gonna we're gonna stick with the pressure change on the rear right.
Okay, Dan. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
Happy with the rest of them.
Sector 2 is 0.47 off the pace.
Yeah. Oops, that's a bit deep.
Watch your speed. Box in for 120 meters.
Right, probably would have made a bit more sense to just finish the lap and reset to the pits, but since I wasn't going to improve my lap time, I just felt what's the point in completing it. Although I've improved my optimum
meters.
now, according to the optimum, I've
50 meters.
broken into the 54s, so that's nice.
Front left, 94%. Left rear, 97.
Why is the fuel not going? Oh, have I cleared off the begin fueling? Add it's 30 litres, 31, 32. Maybe that'll be enough. Cool. Right, let's see how this goes. See if we've got enough to get to the get to the end of the session.
Pit exit looks clear. We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them.
Oh, steady. Oh, wrong one. Let's turn it up the traction control for the opening lap, maybe. Oh, wow. Come on, Dan, get a grip.
New fastest lap for King, 3:53.5.
Well, I mean, if the lap times in qualifying or anything to go on, this is going to be... Oh, this is likely to turn out to be a pretty lonely race. It is probably going to be 40 minutes, or 5 minutes of... 5 to 10 minutes of watching other cars slowly sort of drift apart from one another and build gaps, and then 35 to 30 minutes of just trying to drive and keep the car on the road. It's just not enough similar lap times.
Incident in first Ford chicane. It looks like it's Mark.
Hello, Girk. How's it
P4,
going,
we
mate?
estimate 3 laps of fuel left.
Thanks for coming along, thanks for joining us. Hopefully it's going to be a bit more of an exciting race than I predict. But I'm not, I was just saying to Smokey, assuming that he's still here, that the, based on the qualifying lap times, the spread of times kind of says to me that there's going to be about 10 minutes of watching cars drift apart from one another and build gaps, and then half an hour or so of just being lonely. We'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong.
Sector 1 is 1.3 off the pace.
Hopefully there will be excitement. Hopefully there will be racing. Yay! Yeah, good to know. Don't think I'm going to be improving on my lap time. Honestly, I'll keep at it for as long as I can. But I think this is me, to be honest. That's tragic, Gurg. That is absolutely tragic. Do I need to consider taking your sharps and shoelaces away from you? Oh dear. Right. Oh, come on. That was rubbish. We got good launch.
2 laps of fuel remaining. You're now 2.5 off the pace.
Okay.
You're a second off the pace in sector 3.
Do the thing. Ah, good start.
There's an incident in Tetra Rouge. It looks like Scott.
Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Oh, rubbish, rubbish. No. Oh, abort. That's the worst bit about this track, is because it's so long. If you make a mistake like that within the first couple of corners, then yeah, that's the whole lap in the bin. Absolutely rubbish. Okay, cool. So we've got one more chance. At the start of the next lap, that is going to be our last attempt to get a lap in, because, well, I'm not going to Not going to have enough fuel to go around to do another one, even though there would be time. I think, depending on how they've arranged this one, but again, I'm going to have to put in a massive
Sector
improvement
1 is 1.7 seconds off the pace
to get ahead on that second row. Oh, hang on, we're going this way. Okay. I do know this track, honest. I've driven this many times. I am familiar with the track, I promise you.
Alright Dan, you've got half your fuel left.
Totally forgot to turn the traction control back down after that opening lap as well, so that may not have been helping in the traction zones.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
Just need to remember to be a little bit more gentle on the throttle as we accelerate out some of these slower corners. Alright, this is it, last chance coming up. And we've got about 2.5.
We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. You've just done a 3:56.1.
Yeah, I need to be up by about 2.5 tenths by the end of this lap, if I want to have any chance of beating, is that Craig in P3? No, Tommy. Yep, 2.5 tenths, that's the target. Got absolutely no idea where I'm going to find the time. And I've already lost a lot through Tetra Rouge. Cool. Alright. I mean, to be fair, it's not too bad. I mean, it's only a 1/10.5. There's loads of chances to get that back over the course of a 13-kilometre lap. Let's see what we can knock together. Go, getting some of that time back. Don't think we're going to go.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Don't think we're going to go green down here on the gain loss and the dash by the end of this section. Need to get this second chicane on the money. Oh, steady. Okay, cool. So we're on par with our best and slowly gaining time. Deployed the right foot a little bit too heavily there, or was a little bit too fast rotating the car through the corner. I'm not entirely sure. It's one thing or the other. I think I just lost a little bit of traction on corner exit, which is
coming to the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. You're a tenth off the pace in sector 2.
Just torpedoed my exit a little bit. Okay, we're up by almost a tenth. If I can nail the Porsche curves and the Ford chicanes, we might have it. Oh, I've had to lift. That's bad. That's 2 tenths. It's 2.5. Over 2.5 tenths now. Oh no, you've got to be joking. No! Balled it in the last corner. Heartbreaker. I would have had that. I absolutely would have had that. Yeah, okay. I can show you exactly what went wrong here.
95%. Right rear, 97.
As I'm coming out of this chicane, I've just left. Yeah, I didn't. Where's the cockpit cam? Actually, let's watch it in. Yeah, the rear of the car is kind of still slipping about at this point, where I really want the car to be straighter than it is, so I can get on the brakes earlier for that last chicane. I just got on the brake too late, missed the first. That's so disappointing. If I'd hit this first apex on the left hand side here, and been on the brakes a little bit earlier, that would have been P3. That's a heartbreaker, and I'm never going to be able to forgive myself. Right, let's make sure that yeah, that's all set correctly. Well, that's really not bad actually. After what's that, 3 laps, and there's like barely any tire degradation. Good, happy. Right, let's see what other people are doing. James King, where's your fast lap? Show me how you did that. Interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. So as I'm approaching this corner, I'm on this. I've got my car on the curbing here on the right hand side, and he's got to be a good sort of car's width away from it, isn't he? Yeah, yeah. I'm over here somewhere as I'm approaching this corner, whereas he's like got a car's width to the line. That's yeah, interesting. I mean, it's difficult to do a precise one-to-one comparison because obviously he's in a slightly different car, and that's interesting as well. Did he intend to be on the grass there? I wonder. Because he's pretty much on the grass. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's intentional, but yeah, that's interesting. Okay, no, it's just going to be full throttle all the way down here, so I'll just speed that along. On the brake a little bit later than I'd be, and he comes down. The gears. His downshift cadence is a little bit different as well. So as I'm coming through this one, I'm staying in third until I get to about here. Then I'll change down to second. As he comes down right down to second as a sort of one smooth motion. But again, slightly different car. Or, well, a very different car, in fact, so it's difficult to draw that one-to-one comparison. Again, he's on the brake later than I am. I'm on the brake about here, I think. Yeah, the fact that he's able to carry it past the 100-meter board, that's an interesting discovery. Yeah, he's later on the brake there, and again, I'm on the brake about here, and he's taking it about 20-30 meters further before he gets on the brake. Again, I wonder if because it's nighttime and because the track's that much cooler, I wonder if I can get away with that. But I'm a little bit it's a little bit late to try it now because the race is about to start, and I shouldn't really go experimenting with braking points and lines in the race. And he keeps it flat, very deep into that. I'm sort of as I'm going through here, I'm off throttle from about this point, or slowly coming off the throttle to get the car slowing up as we approach the Indianapolis, I think it is. Yeah. Because I mean, I've had it before. As we go through here, I've certainly done this corner before and found that if I keep it flat for too long, as we go through here, I just lose the car and spin it off into the barriers on the left hand side there, which is never a good thing. Yeah, this is educational. Yeah, we've got a pretty similar line through there, and then Porsche curves. Holds it in fifth. Goes quite wide on the exit. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not a great idea for me to. Probably going to be silly of me to judge him here, but I don't think his line through the Porsche curves is particularly good. I feel like had he slowed the car down a little bit more for this one and turned in a little bit later, he would have gotten a and if he'd sacrificed the exit for this one, stay a little bit over to the right hand side, he would have got a better entry into this left-hander, and this one as a result. Those last few corners were good though. What about Ford chicanes?
That's the end of the session, P4.
Again, he's on the brake slightly later than I am. Yeah, and he just got it really neat and really sort of did a good job doing the corners on the end there. So, P4 in qualifying. Excellent. So the good thing is that I know I've got a little bit extra pace than I think. There's going to be absolutely no point in trying to save fuel in this race because the lap is so long. It's just not going to. It's just not worth it, and we haven't got enough fuel in the tank to. If I try and save fuel, there's not enough space in the tank for me to realistically save a lap's worth of fuel, so it's just going to have to be a pure sprint for the whole 40 minutes, which is fine. Pace car does 85 k's an hour. Yeah, let's get going, I suppose.
Car number 263,
Clear off the
40
pit
minutes.
servicing. I think I've got a fast repair to use. Yeah, I've got 255 of them. Good. Hopefully we won't need any of those 255
Okay, rolling
faster
start.
pairs.
Follow car number 78.
Oh. It'd be nice if I turned the motor on, wouldn't it?
Catch up to car number 78. The safety car speed is 81 kilometers per hour.
So, in front we've got James King in car number 23. You've got Matt Forrest in car number 78. Car number 78 and the McLaren in front of us is mega fast. He is, yeah, very, very quick driver. Drives in with VR goggles and in a motion rig as well. So he has like force feedback brake pedals or something, so he can feel like an awful lot of what the car's doing, which is a bit of an advantage. Got Tommy Plasto on the right hand side, son of Pete Plasto, also very quick, and then we've got John Finch and 886 in the McLaren behind us, in that green McLaren we can see in the mirror. Another very quick, very competent driver, very consistent at least. And then Scott Eastwood, Etienne Gray, Mark Gladwell, Rob Cross and Darren Berris rounding off the top 10 there. Now then, is this going to be a clean start? Let's actually bump up the traction control for this first lap. Just make a quick check that we've turned off the tyre replacement for the pit stop. Yeah, happy with that. Yeah, let's really make sure that traction, well, just turn on that traction control just to make sure we don't lose the rear of the car on the exit of a corner early on in the race while the tyres are cold and pressures are low, because that would be embarrassing. Okay, cool. Are we going single file?
Okay, Dan, be ready. Go, go, go!
Goodness knows why. I mean, I suppose it's a pretty tight chicane as we go through the last... Oh! Tommy nearly dropped it. Oh! Tommy, come on, man. Steady.
The next car is Plaster, car number 11, and their rating is 2.0. Start's okay, we're still in good shape here.
Okay. Now, granted, this is still lap 1. We're in a pretty good place at the moment. Right, looking for that brake marker on the left-hand side. It's going to be a little yellow mark on the barriers. There it is. Down to second. Flick the car left. Get on the power. Car behind's gone off. Good, excellent. Hopefully everyone else gets through safe. And that's not... It doesn't turn into a bit of a heartbreak for anybody. Yeah, Tommy knocking away the reference cone. Good job. No, it seems that Tom Eastwood was the poor unfortunate fellow that was involved in an accident. Whether or not he got caught up in the car that had lost control or whatever else, but we can see him on the relative overlay in the bottom right hand corner as having had to tow back to pit lane, so that is really bad news for him. I do feel sorry. I do feel...
Okay, Dan, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
I can empathise. That's not a good place to be. It's such a long...
Frost, car number 78, is now leading.
It's such a long tow to the pit lane. He's going to be sat there waiting for a good 3 or 4 minutes before he can actually get going again. At least. Oh. It looks like... Who was that? Was that,
oh, no,
that was James
I
King.
think it might be King.
That was James King dropping his car on the exit of Arnage. Nice cheers easy promotion to the podium. And now I get to watch as Matt Forrest and Tommy Plasto, excuse me, drive off into the proverbial sunset.
Keep the pressure on, don't give him a break.
Ah, I turned in late. Okay, cool. So, end of lap 1.
We estimate 4 laps fuel remaining. P3.
P3. And we're just waiting for the standings tower in the top left-hand corner to update as the rest of the field crosses the start line. Or the timing line, rather. Still trying to be careful as we go through the Dunlop chicanes, because I can, despite bumping up the traction control a little bit, I could still feel the car trying to get loose as I applied the power. It's going to be a little while before I start feeling confident enough to turn the traction control down again, to try and minimise the interference.
The gap to P2 ahead is now 0.8.
Alright, so the objective with John being close to 6 seconds behind us now is going to be to try and stay in Tommy's draft for as long as humanly possible. Alright, because as I'm in that draft, I'm going to be getting a little bit of a boost to my acceleration and top speed, because Tommy is going to be very kindly, pushing all of that thick, soupy, heavy air out of my way, which means my car's going to have less air resistance to push against as I'm accelerating along behind him, which is going to give me an opportunity to build a gap from John. And if I can keep it nice, neat and tidy, maybe, just maybe, I can just stay close enough to Tommy to be a bit of a threat, Give him something to think about. Ah, lovely.
All right, Dan,
exit.
stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
It looks like Tommy's gone very deep back into the draft of Matt. This is... I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but this is turning out to be a little bit more exciting than I expected it to be. I mean, granted, we're not even 10 minutes in yet, so there's a good chance that things are going to change over the next half hour or so. Right, with how close Tommy and Matt are getting to one another now, that's obviously increasing the risk of a collision between the two of them as they start sort of maybe having the occasional argument over P1. So I don't want to get too close.
Come on, nail him already.
I don't think there's a high likelihood of a collision or a mistake from these two. So they are both two very good, very experienced sim racers. But my risk appetite is quite low, actually. Given the fact that I'm in a podium position, I don't want to I don't want to risk throwing away a podium position over the fact that I could, you know, maybe improve my position at the cost of...
We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. The guy ahead has just done a 3:55.5. The guy behind has just done a 3:55.6.
Yeah, I don't want to risk improving my position at the cost of getting it wrong and watching the rest of the race from the pit lane. And as it is, I think I've just fallen out of Tommy's draft. Oh, steady. That's gone wrong. Yeah, I'm going to be losing time all the way down the Mulsanne straight here. Based on the relative, I'm just inside Tommy's draft. I mean, I'm going to be getting a very small boost, a very small advantage from this kind of distance, but I really need to minimize mistakes now.
The gap to P2 ahead is now 0.9. P3.
What's really frustrating is that that cone that Tommy keeps knocking over as we enter that corner is... I do this every time I race at Le Mans. I make that cone one of my references for turning into the corner, knowing full well that someone's going to drive into it and knock it over. And it's just not going to be there by the time I get to the corner. Yeah. Never learn.
The gap to P2 in front is now 1.0 seconds.
Yeah, that's it now. I've lost the draft. Tommy's well within Matt's draft now. Those two are likely just to slowly creep away. I'm making too many mistakes and getting too many things wrong to stay in this draft. The only hope I've got now is that John doesn't suddenly find a few tenths on me or something. I mean, we did a similar lap time on the previous lap. This might have been a 55.5 and his 55.6, but that 55.6 was not his best. And just there, as we approach the Porsche curves, you can see the effect of not having the draft.
You've used half your fuel.
Every previous lap, I was making it into 6th gear as we approached that corner. But on this occasion, I only just managed to get to the top of 5th gear and was not in a position to change up. So yeah, it does have a pretty big effect. So the answer is that I need to get a grip on my yogurt body.
Fastest lap for Frost, 3:53.7. Only 2 laps of fuel left. That's your best lap in this session. Okay, Dan, you're reeling plaster in. The gap is now 0.42.
Is he trying to save fuel? Has he got some kind of problem? Or was it a slowdown? Or it might have been a slowdown penalty, actually. Yeah. Alright. Good. Happy. Okay, cool. Even if I get close enough to attempt a move here, I'm not going to do it. We're going to come off the gas. This is not the place on the track to make moves for position. I'll explain why in a sec. Simply because if I got past on the entry into that complex of corners, this great big straight section of the track now just gives Tommy an opportunity to do the exact same thing to me and just get by again.
Okay, Dan, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make
so what
a mistake.
I need to be doing is being patient and waiting. There is... Stand by. Well, there's me knocking the cone over that time. So there is an opportunity to take and hold the position as we head into the Indianapolis Arnage complex, which is the straight after this one. So this one's going to take us up to the Mulsanne corner, and again I'm not going to attempt an overtake here. This is the one, okay? If I get a chance down here, this is the one I want to take. Because after this corner that's coming up, there aren't really many opportunities. And it really depends on him getting really good exits through Porsche curves. And
on your left.
There we go. This might
Hold your line.
be it.
Hold your line. Clear left.
Oh, steady.
Well done, Dan. Good pass. Eyes front.
Yeah, okay. Although we've got a good full throttle straight section of track now in between here and the Porsche curves, it's not enough. You'd have to be very close, and trying to send an overtake as we go into Porsche curves is just madness. I need to get these absolutely perfect now. And I did not do them perfectly.
Defend hard. Make them work for it.
Okay, cool. We're in a good place. Tommy's now 7/10 behind.
P2, you've only got enough fuel for this lap. You've just done a 3:54.7.
Okay, the only thing that could be a threat now is if Tommy's trying to save fuel to shorten his pit stop. I don't expect that to be the case. Oh, he's just dropped it.
There's an incident in Tetra Rouge. It looks
Okay.
like plaster.
Well, good.
The gap to Frost ahead is now 2.9 seconds.
That's really disappointing for Tommy. Huge shame. And he's disconnected. I mean, that's understandable. I can't imagine I would have been too happy about sticking around after an error like that. And there's absolutely no reason why I'm not going to make an error like that over the coming minutes. Yeah, just a little bit of a shame. Oh, steady, steady. I think I missed my brake mark a little bit there on my turn in. Who knows? Just distracted by something. Yeah, okay, so the distraction is that I'm a little bit concerned about the fuel situation. because at this rate, it's beginning to look as though I might need to make a small second stop to get to the end of the race, and that's not ideal. It's really not. Yeah, at the moment we're doing 11 laps.
The gap to P1 ahead is now 2.8.
Oh, well, no.
Okay, Dan.
No, it's got to be
this
only
lap,
10 laps.
Box this
It's
lap.
got to be. Yeah, because the fuel calculator is assuming 11 laps because it's assuming Matt isn't going to stop and that he's going to continue driving at this pace for the entire 40 minutes. It doesn't know that Matt needs to stop. So as soon as Matt stops, it'll obviously recalculate and indicate that we're only doing 10 laps. So yeah, okay, cool. I think we'll get away with it.
The gap to P1 in front is now 3.2.
Right, is Matt stopping now? Yes, he is. Outstanding. Yeah, we're going to stop as well. I imagine everybody's going to stop on this lap, to be honest.
The leader, Frost, is pitting. Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Check the tyres are not on replace.
We'll need to stop again to get to the end.
I certainly hope we're not
John
going to stop
behind
again.
is pitting.
John stopping as well.
Okay, Dan, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. 100 meters.
Okay, good.
50 meters.
Right, we're not going to take a tyre change. We are just going to
Front
wait
right,
for the tank to fill.
94%. Rear left, 97.
Come on, come on, come on. Off we go.
Your pit exit looks clear.
Oh, come on, Dan. There we go. Right. Obviously, we'll find out what the verdict is on the fuel in a few moments. But I genuinely wonder, actually, if it might be worth doing a bit of lift and coast for these last few laps. Yeah, let's try doing that. Hopefully I'll still get some half-decent exits. And
The pit window for refueling should open about lap 6. It will end on lap 10.
right. Okay, yeah, so essentially what he's trying to tell me
The
is
gap in
that
front is now 4.0 seconds.
I should probably stop anywhere between now and the end to get to the end. Having said that, though, 5 laps of fuel, so that's going to include laps 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I'm going to need to lift and coast to get to the end. Yeah, let's just send it. for this lap. See what happens. See what the fuel calculator says at the end of the lap. Because I'm going to be very surprised if that doesn't adjust.
The gap to Frost ahead is now 4.0 seconds.
Right, let's see what the fuel calculator says. End of lap 6, going on to lap 7. Recalculate, yeah, we're going to have loads of fuel left over. Cracking. Right, let's absolutely go full send. And I've missed the apex, good, good.
Minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Keep it up, we're looking good here.
Use that, slow down. No, we're okay, we're okay. John's getting closer though. Yeah, he's closed a second over the course of a lap. So maybe.
The gap to Frost ahead is now 4.1.
Yeah, so maybe he might get to within a couple of seconds by the end of the race. If I make a couple of errors, then that's obviously going to come down a bit quicker. Right, well, I don't really know what else to say, to be honest, guys. It turns out that...
There's an incident in Mulsanne. It looks like it's John.
Ah, John's dropped it. Okay, cool. Alright, it looks like that our P2 finish is pretty safe. Again, assuming I don't...
The gap to Frost in front is now 3.7 seconds.
...get anything wrong. But yeah, it turns out that my prediction about a lonely little race wasn't far off the money. Don't really want to... Oh, Matt, I need you to slow down a little bit. I really need you to slow down a little bit. If this rolls over onto an 11th lap, then we're done for. As I start saving fuel right now.
The gap to Frost ahead is now 3.7.
I really hope he's taking his foot off the gas a little bit. Because I can't imagine he wants to go for that 11th lap either.
P2, you've got about 3 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, he's massively slowed down. His last lap was a 55.6. Oh, crikey, and I know that guy can do like 54s. That was a big error from me as well as we went through the Dunlop, or the S's rather. Is that what they're called? The S's? Something like that. Yeah, so that's brought down the prediction of an 11th lap. So I'm looking in the top left-hand corner and up here for my lap counter. If that goes to a number that is even a 100th decimal place over 10, then that means we're probably going to be doing an 11th lap. At the moment it's less than 10. Or less than, yeah, it's less than 10. So that means
the gap ahead is now 4.4 seconds.
We're probably only going to be doing 10 laps.
Minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
And yeah, I mean, Matt's absolutely in a position where he knows he doesn't have to push hard. There's no way I'm gonna catch him. I'm driving pretty much at the limit here. Well, at the limit of where I want to be. There's no sense in me really trying to go hard, because then he's just gonna push his car harder, forces that 11th lap, which is gonna well, it probably means everyone's gonna have to make an extra stop. Again, we'll have to have a look, see what... Oh, it says 10.1 again. Or 10.01.
The gap to P1 in front is now 4.5.
Yeah, I can't risk it. I mean, I'm only using 7.6 litres per lap on average. Fuel calculators are predicting like 6.8 over if, or rather less than a litre that I need to save. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. I can't risk it. I've got to save the fuel, just in case we do actually get extended to that 11th lap.
Fuel. That lap time was 3:56.5.
The good news, though, is that with the lift and coast, what that should enable me to do is focus on corner exit and make, particularly down the Mulsanne straight here. That's going to be where it makes the difference. Get the car on the throttle nice and early.
The gap to Frost ahead is now 4.9.
And that generally means we can reach higher top speeds by the end of the next straight. Whatever.
The gap to P1 ahead is now 4.9. Five minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium. The gap to Frost ahead is now 5.3.
Crikey, that's gone wrong. That was very nearly race over. Alright, managed to just about save the required amount of fuel. Let's find out whether or not we're going to that 11th lap. It's a white flag, there we go. Okay, cool. So, as it turned out, needn't have saved the fuel, but glad I did, just in case.
Alright Dan, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
Just in case it was necessary. Oh, steady, steady.
The gap to P1 in front is now 6.0 seconds.
I'm still going to continue
Just 2
saving a
minutes
little bit of
left,
fuel.
2 minutes to go.
Just because I don't know what the rule is on whether or not he crosses the line before the time runs out, even though the white flag's being shown. Surely this has got to be it now. There's no way he gets to the line within a minute and 20 seconds. No way. Nah, it's over. This has got to be it. This is the last lap.
There's an incident in Porsche Curves. It looks like it's Scott.
Where is he? Simon on the left. Yeah. That looks like a ruined car. Yeah, time's up. Let's bring it nice and steady through the four chicanes. Get it across the line, and that's PT. There we go, absolutely delighted.
Well done, Dan. Great drive. That's a podium.
Was about as exciting as I expected it to be, but yeah. Great fun. Ah.
That's the end of the session.
Yeah, don't really know what else to say now. That was good. To go from P4 to P2 with a nice overtake. Happy with that. Let's go see how we're getting on here. Alright, I am thirsty, quite warm, rather sweaty. Excellent. That should be you now. Bring it all in. Keep it nice and safe, nice and steady. There we go. Beautiful. Good job. Absolutely wonderful. Right. I don't really have anything else for you tonight, guys. That's all she wrote, I suppose. For those of you that came along and decided to watch with me, thanks very much indeed. Massively appreciated. I hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as I enjoyed driving that race. I hope you enjoyed the couple of moments that we had, particularly Particularly enjoyed getting past Tommy, and it was nice of. It was very nice of James King to move out of the way for us in the slightly violent way that he did. Overall, happy. So, yes, thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. It will be... I won't be around next week or the week after because I am on holiday. I'm going away with my wife to see my brother, and then the week after that I'll be at home away from my rig, so I won't be back until round 9 actually. I can't remember where we are for round 9. Let's have a quick look at the calendar if I can find it. What if I go to this website? Is that going to show me the calendar? Event schedule. Yes, that will probably do it. Oh, I'm gonna miss Bathurst. Ah, rubbish. Okay. So round 9 is Road Atlanta, 10 is Laguna Seca, 11 is Virginia International Raceway, and 12 is Daytona. Daytona's fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And that's going to take us all the way into September. So, yeah, good. That's it. Good night.